Welcome back to the MX of African Nations here in Gaborone, Botswana. And back into heat number 2 now of the 65s. We saw an incredible battle with Diane Manuel Bacco and Luca Minot. Expect more of the same as they get up the gates, heading down towards turn 1. A couple of riders not quite sure on how to get out that gate as rapidly as these guys do. Tyler Tarantino got a much better start this time and fighting with Vion Deploy and Borin Totoy. At the front, though, looks like it's Luca Minot who's got to the front and is leading. One of the riders going down in the background. We'll keep an eye on that one. But as they come through, you can see starting to sort things out now in amongst these MX65s. It was all about Minot, and he leads things out now, but he's lost it now, unfortunately, to Diane Manuel. Manuel and Bacco have come through, and they're going to look to fight it at the front. Nice run from Vion Deploy in the first heat. He now sits in about 7th place in the second heat. Ride it down! Oh, that's a big one. Alan Orland from Uganda, and look at that, one of the South African dads first on the scene to help him out. That's what happens in the junior classes. There's moms and dads all over the track to try and help these riders if they do go down and give them a chance. Look at the roost coming off. And it looks like Vion Deploy is going to have to give himself a little bit of a roost gap to avoid being taken out by the roost being kicked off by the rider in front of him. Good to see 26 back up, but look at the battle at the front. Diane Manuel starting to pull away now from Minot, Bacco and Thompson. See if anybody's got an answer. Looks like Bacco certainly means business. He's closing in and looking to get past on the 11 bike of Luca Minot. Right behind them, the battle continues there between James Thompson and Vion Deploy. Further back to the field, look at this. Great to see all the Ugandan riders, the Swaziland riders in there as well, and Tarantino. Now Tarantino just behind Seth Young from Swaziland, looking to make up some ground. Timo Topper just behind them, but here we go, to the front once again. And the 7 bike is starting to make his move. Emmanuel Bacco realizes he's running out of laps. And just ahead of him, you can see Diane Manuel getting away. Can you imagine we can make it Zimbabwe 1 and 2? That's exactly what he's trying. Change up there. Young has got through on Tarantino. 26, Alan Orland back up and riding after his crash. And look at that. Oh, Jean-Paulo Ferreira from Botswana also going well. And another rider crashing out just ahead of him. Oh, he's not happy about it. It looks like it might have been Mngwala from Uganda who crashed out there. But at the front, let's continue this battle. Luca Minot hanging on for South Africa. Can he keep it all together now? A rider's down from South Africa. Oh, no, it's a big one. That's Vion Deploy. Vion Deploy has made a big mistake. So has Borin Totoy. Deploy and Totoy making big mistakes in the closing stages here, opening up opportunities for other riders to get through. They'll both get back up and riding, but they're not going to catch Diane Manuel. He's now lapped them. Up over the massive jump there for a 65cc. Another rider down. Wow, they're starting to feel the effects here. 14, Borin Totoy. Second time he's crashed out in this lap. These little 65s with the small wheels taking some strain now in amongst those ruts and berms that have started to form. Diane Manuel is looking to stay at the front end. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be Zimbabwe 1 and 2. Bacco is going to beat Minot to the line. So it's Zimbabwe's 1 and 2. Let's have a catch up with those two riders.
I enjoy the track. It's really fast. There's not that much bumps, and it was really good.
Well, the track was rough at first. I got a bad start, so I had to make my way into second. And then Luca Minot passed me at the back. Then I took him in the inside. And yeah, it was a good ride.
Expecting a massive ride now out of MX125s. Gates about to drop. It's Cam Durrow they've got to beat. Can anybody find some pace to beat him? No! Yes, maybe! Oh, it's so close. Cam Thompson and Durrow going side by side. The battle of the cams. It's all white. And who's going to get through? Durrow. Only just. That white kit is working well. You can spot both of them, but the two cams were side by side. Oh, a rider down. Yo, that was a big crash. That was a big one coming out of turn number 1. Unfortunately, didn't quite get the rider number there, but he is going to be back up and riding pretty shortly. Here come the rest of the pack. The 11 bike of Keegan Hickson Mahoney looking to run there with Ricky Roth. Roth and him are side by side. In the mid pack, 16 coming through there. Super run from him so far. That is Rolf Connor from Kenya. And right on his tail, Jean Vanas. And a problem on the sideline for Brady Armstrong. He's pulled onto the side. Maybe wants to have a cup of tea there with the press. Oh, man, it's so close at the front, though. Regan Warsmith closing in on Hickson Mahoney. Ricky Roth just behind them, giving himself a little bit of roost gap. Doesn't want to get taken out by the roost coming off the bike in front. Then just behind them, you can see Maddie Kruger, Scott Haygate from Zambia. Aviv Orland from Uganda also in the mix. But Hickson Mahoney is in a bit of trouble here. And he's been caught and passed now. Look at this. Up the inside goes Warsmith into second place. Regan Warsmith moves up into second place. Hickson Mahoney drops down to third and into the clutches of Ricky Roth. 102, Mark James Cardi back in it, riding individually this weekend. 101 is what it's all about, and it looks like Cam Durrow is going to be the man to beat here today. And it doesn't look like there's any answer, even though they are a lot closer to what they were in the first heat. Behind them, Thompson and Kruger. Looking for Haygate, he's just further back from that one. Cardi, Travis Goosen, Liam Gilchrist from Namibia in there as well. And around the outside looking for a way through. It's much closer this time. Look at how Cam Durrow has been close. Warsmith trying different lines into the turns, looking for chances. Speaking of looking for chances, it looks like Hickson Mahoney's chances might be numbered because Ricky Raff is starting to close in on him and looking for a way through, as is Cam Thompson. Thompson not too far behind. 41, Scotty Haygate from Zambia. And right behind him, it's Aviv Orland. What a ride there from Orland. Coming through the Ugandan. Look how tight it is here between these two. Whoa, here we go. Warsmith and Durrow to the checkered flag. Who's going to have what it takes? It's so close. Very awesome racing here in the 125s. It's kind of what we expected, though. As I mentioned, the Ugandan is having a good one. In the mid-pack, here comes the battle. Orland starting to close in, and in fact, he's closed right onto the back end of Cam Thompson and on Scott Haygate. 36 in the, just outside the top 10 is Liam Gilchrist, and 42, that is Aiden Carstens from Zambia. Oh no, Warsmith has crashed. Warsmith crashes out, he doesn't lose second, only just doesn't lose second, but that just gifts the victory to Cam Durrow. Warsmith will still hang on for second.
Yeah, Regan's really been giving it to me these past two races. It's keeping me on my toes, but yeah, the racing's really good and it's really fun. And thanks to the organisers of this event, it's a really great event. The track's really good. They're managing to keep the dust down, which is good in like a desert. And yeah, it's quite cool to be in Botswana.
It's very cool to be in Botswana. And we go into the final heat of the weekend. MX2's heat number 2. The 15-second board changes to 5. The gates are about to drop. And here we go. Down towards turn 1. My money is going to be on Johan Vogelslang to possibly get the whole shot. Or maybe Ash Dixon, but I think it's Vogelslang who's at the front. And he leads things out though over Mlimi. The two Zimbabweans right on their tails. Thixton is in there, so is Josh Gobi. Keep an eye a little bit further back there on the 8 bike. A much better start there from Tafadzwa. He's from Zimbabwe as well. Tafadzwa Mawarire doing a super job in that mid-pack. But no one has had an answer just yet to the two South Africans in this class. And it looks like Mlimi and Vogelslang are going to try and lead things out. In the mid-pack and at the back. Some great riding coming out of Tucson from the DRC. Kevin Carstens from Zambia and Mark Carr-Hartley and Kagiso Stevens from Botswana. Looks like we're seeing a little bit of maneuver through there as Ash Thixton starts to close in on Mlimi. Mlimi looks back. He'll know that Thixton will mean business. He does not want to be bettered by Mlimi again, and Mlimi is looking for another victory, but he's got to try and catch his South African teammate first. 26 going through there. Nice run from Fatu Kungu from Uganda. Not too bad an effort from him. I've got to tell you, he's just outside the top 10. Super effort from them, and it just shows that the development that's happening up in Africa is working well, and we're getting some great motocross riders. 14 is Tyron Beverly. And look at the roost being kicked up now. A little bit more wet the track for this heat. They've just tried to get the dust down, but it has caused a little bit of mud and some more roost issues. Look at him, Mlimi. Wow, he's on a flyer. He's lost second place, but he's starting to close in once again to get it back from Thixton. The 7 bike of Josh Gobi sitting just inside the top 10 and outside the top 5 in that 6th and 7th place battle. Red Bull KT, ooh, nearly out the front door there. Mlimi is pushing hard. He has to. He's got Thixton right with him. The two of them are trying to work together to close in on Johan Vogelslang at the front. Tyron Beverly followed very closely there by Josh Gobi. Doug Morris from Botswana starting to close in on this little battle as well. He's not too far off the back end and looking to close in here and get away. Oh, look. Oh, in the mid-pack, some traffic now. This could play into the hands of Mlimi. He has caught his stablemate and his teammate, and they're side by side past the back marker. They go flying through there on Kevin Tucson from the DRC, and it looks like, no, not yet. Nearly a changer. Mlimi looking to get to the front. He's got there. Mlimi eventually gets through on Johan Vogelslang. Vogelslang is going to try and answer and get back to the front and look for the win. Thixton unfortunately got stuck in the traffic. It's cost him dearly. Mlimi, though, has hung on. He pulled a big margin on that last lap to get away from Vogelslang and Thixton in third.
Yeah, first 2 races went really well. Just like to thank all the organisers. They put on a good show, and everyone that helped me out to get here. Thanks.
It's been an incredible show, and well done to Botswana for putting on the show. Let's have a chat to John Carr-Hartley, one of the organisers.
We've had an incredible team of guys putting this event together. Incredible sponsors. It's been a fantastic weekend. Really proud to have put Botswana on the map for the motocross of African nations and for motocross as a sport. Really pleased to have all the countries here. Hopefully next time a couple more countries will come, some more riders. I think everybody's enjoyed it.
I think what's quite unique as well, I mean, your very own president comes to a motocross race.
Well, he's a motorsport enthusiast, and as soon as I asked him, he made a plan. It was wonderful that he was able to do the flyby in the chopper just as the country parade was going on. Wonderful to have our president and our Minister of Youth Empowerment, Sport and Culture Development to open. It shows the support that we have in this country for motorsport and for tourism and for people.
Let's have a look at the Thor results roundup now from the FIM MX of African Nations in Botswana. Topless taking the veterans category ahead of Bircher, and Dale Holliday won out in the Masters. In the MX 65s, it was Diane Manuel with a clean sweep over Vian Deploy, Emmanuel Bacco, Minard, Thompson and Detoy. 125's an incredible battle, but Cam Dora was the man to beat. Regan Wasmith kept him very close, so did Ricky Roth, Keegan Hickson Mahoney, Cam Thompson and Scott Haygate. And MX2s, we saw some great battles, but Mlimi won out over Ash Thixton from Zimbabwe, Volkerslang, Barnard Phelps and Tyron Beverly.